we're knocked out of the league. We're not even in a league anymore. We're in the bloody conference or whatever. And you lot are moaning that you're second in the Premiership. You go in Champions League. If things stay the same, you go into the Champions League. So I don't think you've got a leg to stand on, you two.
Do you know what the frustrating thing is, though? It's all there for us to do. It's just the management, in terms of the way the club's run, it's making it almost like dangling a carrot over, We've got clubs like Man City that run really well, and it pains me to say that Liverpool's run very well, and we've just got some clowns in the boardroom.
So is it the owners? Is it the owners that you're struggling with, or is it Ollie?
No, I love Ollie. I think he's...
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I love Ollie. I think so. The Glazers who own also own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were...
Oh, no way.
Ooh,
is that true?
Wow, I didn't know that. So interesting.
Yeah, so when I was watching the Super Bowl highlights and I saw those two goons on the charging around with the trophy and big cheesy smiles on their faces, it was difficult to take. But essentially, cut a long story short, they brought Man United back in 2005, and they brought the club with borrowed money, and since then they've just been sapping the money out of the club and then just putting that towards their debt and trying to pay off the debt. And it's just been an endless cycle.
Right.
But yeah, I think, it's frustrating. I know you kind of mentioned that we're there and thereabouts in the top four, which is fun. But I think it's just from growing up and we were always challenging for titles. It was great, and then it's been hard to take. And then what I was going to say was the last few weeks we actually thought we were back in a proper title race. So all Man United fans came out again on Twitter like, yes, we're back in it. Ollie's at the wheel. And then within 3 weeks, it's back down to kind of, okay, we're not that good really. We're good, but we're not like Man City or Liverpool. So yeah, just.
Do you think? Sorry to interrupt. Do you think that the Man U are relying on Fernandes a bit too much? Do you think he's bringing the overall average of the team up quite a lot?
Oh,
or would you say there is a good team there?
I think there's a good team, not a great team. I think it's a good team. I think Bruno's managed to get them in amongst it. He wasn't there. I think we'd be floating around 6th in the league.
That's cool.
He's made a massive difference, and I love him. He's been a breath of fresh air, to be honest. His attitude, he actually grabs games by the scruff of the neck. The passion from him is what we want. We miss those kind of players. It's what the Fergie years we used to have. Those kind of players that would really grab a game, a moment, and make things happen. So I think he's brought up the overall levels for players around him up a notch. But I think we need a few more additions. I think we need another defender, like a really world class defender. And I think Cavani's been great, but I think we need a world class striker. He's a bit younger as well. So
we've got one of the most expensive defenders, haven't we?
Old Slabhead.
Slabhead Maguire, yeah.
The wardrobe.
Yeah. You'd think he'd be world class, the amount of money he'd cost.
Yeah, I don't mind him, Maguire, but he's not. He's not in the top 5 defenders.
Inconsistent, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what we were saying about Brady last week, right? About if you bring an absolutely world class player into a team, everyone around them sort of bucks up their ideas, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe they just need someone at the back of that sort of level to make everybody else think, okay, right, we can do it. Like this, right at the end of the tunnel, we're all amazing, we're all worth millions of pounds, we can do it. That sort of thing. Like exactly what happened at the Bucks, So if it's the same owners, surely they could do the same sort of thing. Sky's the limit.
I feel like
right?
their heart's just not in it. They're just it's a business venture for them. I think their passion, their love is over in Tampa, and they really just using the United thing as a cash cow.
Do you think
are they American? Sorry,
yeah,
go for it.
Yeah,
do you think that'll be more of a thing now? Now that the Bucks have won the Super Bowl, they'll care even less, or do you think they're now going to say, right, we can do it with United, we're going to do it over in Britain, or they're going to sit on the Ross?
I don't think it will change anything. I think if anything, it will make them more glued to Tampa, keeping them, an absolute force in the NFL. I think they'd say, right, let's do it again. Let's do a sort of Chicago Bulls 3-peat kind of. I think I'm just obviously speculating here, but I think I honestly think from the minute they came in, they haven't really given a monkeys about the club. So,
right, interesting.
Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, it's like you say, it could be worse. Definitely worse.
Yeah, definitely.
But the worry was when they came in was if it would turn into a Leeds United kind of thing where United would be living above their means and have all these players on huge wages, and then all of a sudden it would all come crashing down, and then it'd be a massive revolt. Players would go, and then the club would literally just go spiraling down into the abyss. So, but thankfully it hasn't been like that. It's been consistently average, really. Apart from that, just the football, really. I watched the Super Bowl highlights the next day. I wish I stayed up, but I couldn't. I had a busy day Monday morning, so didn't have the minerals like you two.
I didn't do it. You
didn't do it?
I fell asleep. Yeah.
He didn't even make it to kickoff, mate. He saw the coin toss. Chiefs going first. I think, okay, cool. I'm going to hit bed. All right. Before we finish this segment, George, I've got a question. Weekend halftime show. Have you seen it? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Oh, do you know what? I was actually going to talk about this with you.
Okay. We can elongate this segment, then that's fine. Go for it.
So I love The Weeknd. I think he's amazing. I think if you start delving into like his albums and his layers, he's got the huge hits that people hear, Blinding Lights and Can't Feel My Face, and those ones that are on the radio. I think most general people think, they're decent songs, they're good songs. I don't think many people hate them. Maybe they do, but I think generally he's got kind of like he's fairly respected in the field.
Yeah.
But I think for me, when you actually delve into what he's doing, I think he's one of the best out there at the moment in terms of you don't get many artists at the moment who are creating sort of concept albums, modern pop stars to a degree. His latest album was like a concept story essentially, and he created this character, and all his music videos have this character which you probably saw in the Super Bowl with that red jacket and the big sunglasses. So I think the music he's doing at the moment is absolutely amazing. And then the halftime show, I'm going to be honest, I was slightly disappointed. I thought the set was amazing. I think they put in $7 million of their own money into that set.
Really?
So that starting bit with the car and the way it was the Vegas kind of theme, which is part of his music videos, looked amazing, I thought. But then I think the show, he just did all the hits, which obviously he would because it's the Super Bowl. I think his voice didn't personally come across as strong as it does in the record. I think he's got a great voice, but I think on that live stage didn't quite hit as it does. And I think it's just slightly underwhelming, to be honest. Felt a little bit weaker than I was hoping. But
so the weird thing about the Super Bowl shows is nowadays they're all pre-recorded, even the lead singing. So it's like I thought it was really weird because I thought the mix was wrong. Like I could barely hear his voice.
Hang on, wait. The whole show? The
whole show is pre-recorded now, yeah.
No way. So they don't go onto the field and all the fans aren't there?
Oh, no. Sorry. No. So the audio is pre-recorded. It's all overdubbed, sorry, is what I mean.
Ah, wow.
So
okay.
They are really there, but it's all overdubbed.
Interesting.
To the track. And which is weird because you obviously, if you're going to do that, I don't really have a massive problem with that. But if you are going to do that, you'd think it would just be on point.
Yeah.
But I could barely hear his voice in the mix.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I know he's got a great voice, and I really like his voice. So I thought that was very strange. And I've been looking up. There's a couple of drum forums that I saw. People were sort of saying the same thing. Like it was a bit of a weird mix, and people were defending it, saying it's kind of like the album is like that, where it's like it's not a really forward. The lead vocal isn't really forward in the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah,
which maybe is true. I haven't heard his latest album. I'm not a big Weeknd fan. He's good, but but I thought it was a very weird choice for a Super Bowl halftime show. And I obviously I'm still yearning for the old days where like the Chili Peppers and stuff could do it with just a band, and there'd be a couple of dancers maybe, but it wouldn't be that, and maybe some pyrotechnics. But I thought the band, the playing in it, the drummer especially, I thought it was great. I wish I could see him.
Yeah,
I don't know. There was no band on there. There was loads of dancers, and the set looked amazing. But I would have loved to see at least a pretending band in the corner or something. I don't know, because it was live music. Like you could tell the drums, especially, you could tell that they were being played live at some point when they recorded it, I guess. But yeah, it was. I agree with you. Disappointment. I think it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what it could have been.
It's a shame because I thought that could have been his sort of moment in terms of obviously a massive comparison, and I wouldn't say for a second he's up there with the same league as Michael Jackson, but I think that was kind of, he's very inspired by Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I think
you could tell that a little bit. I think, especially I think even that sparkly jacket and the gloves. I know he's wearing like black leather gloves, which is not a Jackson thing, but I just saw gloves and I just instantly think Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a bit too close to Bruno Mars, what he was wearing. This character he's come up, I didn't know that was a character from an album. I just thought it was like an ill-fitting Bruno Mars suit.
Right.
Quite frankly, I don't know what you guys thought, but
I can see that for sure.
Yeah,
just the black trousers, the red jacket.
You should watch, when you get a chance, maybe watch some of the music videos. And the story is essentially, in real life, it's kind of semi-auto biographical. So he had a breakup with Bella Hadid, the supermodel, and
poor lad.
Yeah, gutted. But so essentially in the album, he basically, in the album, he kind of has the breakup, and then he's like, right, I need to kind of now let loose and kind of go back to my old ways of, being a heartbreaker kind of thing. Yeah. And he goes to Vegas and just absolutely cuts loose, drugs, women, money, and then that's the story of the album, kind of how he gets close to kind of ODing, and those obviously narratives have been told many times before, but the way it's accompanied in the music video, that he takes it to another level, and he makes the character almost like the Joker, and it's very inspired by the recent Joker films.
Right.
And in the videos, he goes absolutely insane, and it's good. It's really worth checking out. And he wears that outfit for every video, and it's been a theme for the last year or two. I think it's cool. Like, he's stuck with it. I miss those. I love bands and music who have eras. So you think of obviously the Beatles. Every album had its own distinct kind of look and feel. Yeah, and I love bands that do that in terms of even someone like, I don't know, I guess Coldplay had those kind of, Viva La Vida had those military outfits, and then the recent stuff they've kind of got the high vis neon-y kind of outfits. I love bands and artists. Michael Jackson. So the Weeknd's done that. He does that for most of his albums, and this current theme is this red jacket, this crazy Vegas, inspired by the Joker. I think inspired by, what's the film with Johnny Depp when he goes to Vegas? I don't know if you've seen it. Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So no, it's cool. I think it's cool stuff. I think it's, he's not just putting out Spotify singles. He's actually
that's cool. That I do need to. I listened to his first album and I really enjoyed it. And it's not, George will know this. Well, both of you guys will know this. That it's not my bag at all. But it was good. It was really, really good. Then I had to play Can't Feel My Face about 1 million times at functions and stuff, which sort of sullied it a tad for me. But other than that, I can get behind his stuff. So for sure, I need to do some more research. And I've clearly missed at least 2 albums, so I'll get back in that.
Mate, this has intrigued me no end. Yeah, I'm well on board with that style you're talking about, George, where there's distinct eras where they're really thinking about the whole project, right? Madonna's a classic one for that. She went through massive eras where she physically changed, the music changed, the story changed, that sort of thing. It's like, right, I've finished with that story, I'm going to tell a new story, right? I think that's great.
I love it.
I'm getting a bit thirsty, boys. Shall we put the gavel down on that, top up our drinks and move on?
Gavel down. Gavel down, baby.
I was just saying to Greg, George, that had a lovely Valentine's yesterday, but it was we tried our absolute best, made a nice meal, nice music, we both dressed up, all that, but it was we've been doing this for a year now. It's it is nice and it is special, but it's not special anymore because that's all we've been able to do for a whole year. So it's even with a present or two, some flowers, some champagne, it's well, I mean, I got you flowers last week and we had champagne last week to try and cheer ourselves up. What more can we do now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to bum anybody out, but
keep it light, mate. Jesus,
keep it light. Shall we go into a new little drink? Shall we charge those glasses? What are you?
Let's do it.
What are you going for, George?
So, as you two know, I'm not the biggest whiskey connoisseur. but
that's all right. That's all right.
I like it to.